What do you think about what's happening in Palestine?
What is happening now in Palestine, what is happening in Gaza, is a brutal genocide going on. We are out here in New York City. We have masses, thousands, tens of thousands of people worldwide speaking up, condemning all what is taking place. We are simply pained and troubled by this mass murder of innocent men, women, and children, a collective punishment of an entire people, which is not only ridiculous, this is sad, disturbing, and terrible, disastrous. It's a true Nakba. But we as Jewish people say it disturbs us even way more because sadly, all of this is being done supposedly in our name. This is not the opinion of the Jewish people. We have masses of Jewish people the world over who oppose all of what is going on for over 75 years. We have a very strong community in Al-Quds, in occupied Palestine, who always stand up and condemn what's going on. Unfortunately now, it is becoming a crime to speak anything about Palestine. People are being arrested for raising a Palestinian flag in Al-Quds on the streets. And still last Monday we had a group coming out on the streets of Al-Quds, demonstrating, being brutalized, arrested. Synagogue was vandalized. Scholars were dragged out of their synagogues while studying. The situation is terrible. We feel the suffering of the Palestinian people. And we are so sad when sadly our religion is being misused by people who choose not to follow the religion. Still they dare to misuse it, to justify all crimes forbidden in Judaism. This is a true hypocrisy. It's a desecration of our religion. It's an embarrassment to our people. And we say, certainly we need a ceasefire today. But the ceasefire is way not enough. We need to dismantle the cause of all what is taking place for this cycle of bloodshed for the past decades. We have to realize what the root cause of all of this is. The problem is not the difference of religion. We had the difference of religion for a very long time and we lived in peace. It's the occupation of Palestine, this brutal, ongoing occupation, which is unfortunately destroying Palestinian people and Jews. We are suffering, we are witnessing calamities, we are suffering, we are witnessing a Nakba on all sides of the conflict. Just because of this brutal ongoing occupation. We have to stop this occupation in its entirety. No two-state solution. We have to stop this in its entirety, give back all Palestine to the indigenous Palestinian people, let them choose their own government. They would allow Jewish people to live there as we lived there before this occupation. And once this obstacle to peace, once this cause to the bloodshed will stop, we can hope to see once again that beautiful peace that did exist in Palestine. Let's hope we see this in the future.
So do you think that the Palestinians have the right to defend their land, their people? Because they said now in the American media that those people are terrorists. What do you think about it as a Jew?
Well, what we say is we have to acknowledge that Palestinian people are the indigenous population. We cannot ignore them. We should not ignore them. It's unfair, it's unjust, it's unrealistic. There is no sense by ignoring a people. You know, if you say that nonsense, ridiculous phrase that the Zionists said in the first place, you know, a land without a people, for the people without a land. Now this is a myth, this is a lie, which is not only false, it is unfortunately falsehood, which drags us all into this bloody conflict, which no one sees the end of the tunnel. This is destroying everyone. We should wake up. It's about time. You know, we are paying this tremendous price. It's sad that we have to pay this price for people to wake up, people in New York to wake up, for people in the world to wake up. But it's about time to wake up. It's enough calamities. It's enough catastrophe. It's enough Nakba to everyone. We have to wake up and stop this. We have to turn back history. We have to use our past history to teach us how the future is supposed to look like. When we do that, we put all politics aside. We put all selfish interests aside. We put all nonsense aside. And we are serious about humanity, about the oppressed people of Palestine who were so terribly wronged. And if we are concerned about the Jewish people, we should wake up and stop all of this. Stop this today and stop this in its entirety for the sake of everyone involved.
How did you see what happened in the hospital with the kids and the women?
This is the mass murder we are talking about. This is the genocide we are talking about. There is no excuse in the world to kill kids, innocent men, women, and children. There is no excuse. Period.
I want a word from you to Netanyahu.
You want me?
Say something to Netanyahu.
I'll rather speak to you, to Netanyahu. It's a waste of time to speak to Netanyahu. What I can say to Netanyahu is that in addition to all crimes he is committing to humanity, he is destroying the people he claims he represents. And Jewish people, I'm not talking to Netanyahu, I'm talking to Jewish people to wake up and to realize that Netanyahu and his new government, his old government, all these different types of Zionism is destroying not only Palestine, is destroying the Jewish people, God forbid. You're welcome.
Would you like to say anything?
Willst du etwas sagen? Sag etwas. Etwas wegen der Situation, wegen der Matze.
Just with that mic. How do you think about this genocide? Do you think it affects you as a Jew here in the United States?
Yes, of course. That's rage up the people against the Jews because they claim they speak in the Jewish name, so they raging anti-Semitism.
Do you know that this land that Netanyahu and the Zionists say that they have it, do you know that it was for the Palestinian originally, and they came to our country and kill us and occupy us and let us move wherever in the world?
Yes.
Do you think the Jew will wake up one day about this situation?
Jews are already waked up. The Zionist has to wake up.
That's true. That's true. I'm sorry. You were right.
Very good.
We are waked up. We are waked up already.
Thank you.
Listen, there are so many Jewish people who are so upset to all what's taking place. But sadly, not everyone has the courage to come out in public. You can't imagine the intimidation, the pressure that people are under. So many people support quietly, but unfortunately, you don't see the tens of thousands of people in New York. But you have behind us so many people who are so upset and encourage, this ultimate peace and this end of this occupation.
Thank you.
Thank you.